How is it going, everybody? This is Little D, and today I'm coming to you with a very special deck profile of my Odd Dice Magician Pendulum deck for June 2016. As I already told you in the previous video, I used this deck a couple of days ago at my locals and I actually managed to top with it, so I'm really happy with that. This deck is an overall amazing deck to play. It can put some amazing boards to your opponent, and it doesn't matter that it got a lot of powerful hits during the previous ban list. It's really pretty much a very live deck, and I'm about to show to you starting right now. So for the first monster, we have 3 copies of our signature card, Odd Dice Pendulum Dragon. This guy is your main monster. He's a very good scale, he's your searcher monster, pretty useful effect, and your main exist material, so there's nothing more to say. You have to play 3 copies of Odd Dice Pendulum Dragon. Same thing goes for Dragon Pit Magician. He's your standard high scale. He allows you to turn any other of your pendulum monsters from your hand into an MST. He's also level 7, also really useful for Exist summoning, and also one of the main cards you will search with Pendulum Call. We also have 1 copy of Dragon Pulse Magician, Dragon Pit Disciple. I really like this card's effect. It's a good low scale, good attack, level 4 spellcaster type, and it allows you to blow up a monster. I really like this card at 1. I believe 2 is pretty much a clogging card for this deck, so I have replaced it with something else I'm about to show you later. Next, we have 3 copies of Off Dragon Magician, another one of the most important Magician Pendulum monsters. It allows you to recycle one other card, Odd Dice or Magician card, from your graveyard when he is summoned, or from your extra deck if he's in your scale. Also a nice level 6 spellcaster type. Now keep in mind, guys, that if you are playing a Magispectre engine, as I do, every Magispectre spell or trap requires you to tribute a winged spellcaster type monster. So Off Dragon is obviously a target for all of those cards, so that's another reason I have him at 3 copies. I'm also playing 1 copy of Dharma Magician. Now, I really don't have the 25 guy that can negate the effects of light monsters, so if you have him, just replace Dharma. I just really wanted another level 7 Magician with a low scale, and Dharma is a very good target for that. He also has pretty useful effects, so I have the 1 Dharma. I also have the 1 Wisdom Eye. Your previous combo master, it's a big shame he's now limited to 1, but you still have to play the 1 copy. It's a really good card. It's pretty much a free card in your extra deck, and a very good setting to your scales. Since we can still play the 1, you have to play him. And for the last Magician Pendulum monster, I play 1 copy of Noble Dragon Magician. He really helps you with your synchro summoning, as well with your Exist summoning. There's a lot of combos, as you may know. You have to play the 1 Noble Dragon, but playing 2 is no good, so you have to play the 1. For the rest of our monsters, I'm playing 3 copies of Magical Abductor. So this is my number 1 favorite card in this deck. It allows you, it gets a counter if she's in your scale and you activate a spell card. She gets a counter. There's no max to that, and you can once per turn remove 3 counters from her to search any single pendulum monster from your deck. So a very useful card. It pretty much replaced your Wisdom Eye Magician, and I will show you some amazing combos with this card later. We have the 1 copy of Skullcrobat Joker, pretty standard. It's your main searcher card. It can search every single card from your deck. So you have to play this guy. We also have the one Monkey Board, works really well with Joker, as well as with the next card I'm about to show you. So it's pretty much a pretty good free searcher, which you have to run. Now for the newest addition to this deck, we have 2 copies of Performapal Oda-Ace Unicorn. So this is your other high scale, it's got a scale of 8, and this card really speeds the deck up, because you can pretty much either have Joker or Monkey Board, use one of both to search the other, and with the second one you can search this card. So you have live scales and your Joker summoned on the field. So you can really understand that a lot of combos open up with this. So you can also search it with Sky Iris, so pretty amazing card to have. I'm also playing 1 copy of Arch Fiend Eccentric, pretty much an MST and Exiled Forces combined, also a high scale. It works really well with Magical Abductor, since whenever you activate a Pendulum Master in your scale, it counts as a spell card, so I really like this card at 1. And for my Meta Spectre engine, I play 2 copies of QB. Now I really use this guy due to his low scale, type, level, and it can search one of your Meta Spectre trap cards. I only run 1 target for this guy, the counter trap for the Meta Spectres. It's pretty much a Solemn Strike at the cost of tributing Wind Spellcaster type, so I really like this card. You can just Pendulum Summon it, and your opponent must destroy it by battle. It cannot get rid of it otherwise, unless he plays Kaiju or something. So I really like QB at 2. Now keep in mind that this is the main deck, and I'm playing 2 copies of Kirin. So you may be a bit surprised that I'm not playing a 3rd copy. I actually cut out one of these to play double QB, because it can be pretty useful for a generic opponent. The 3rd Kirin is obviously in my side deck, and I pretty much agree that Kirin, I agree with the rest of the Yu-Gi tubers that Kirin is a pretty broken card, and although I will be pretty much really, let's say, mad, this card may be justified to get banned in the next ban list. And for the last of our monsters, we have 1 copy of Tuning Magician. It's the tuner monster of the deck. It allows you to pretty much get a free summon from your graveyard. Pretty useful with Sky Iris, as well as your Pendulum Call as a discard fodder. The same thing goes for Glow Up Bulb and our last monster for the deck. Pretty self-explanatory. For our spells, we have 3 copies of Pendulum Call, the most important card in the deck. It allows you to search 2 of your Magician Pendulum monsters, but keep in mind that there are a lot of restrictions in this card. You cannot use Sky Iris in your scales for the rest of the turn. If you add Wisdom Eye, you cannot pop him, so you must really be very, very careful if you want to get counters with Magical Abductor and Pendulum Call. You must be really careful with that, but you have to play 3 copies of Pendulum Call. I'm also playing 1 copy of Oda-Ace Fusion. Another good target for Sky Iris. It allows you to go for your fusion plays, and that's pretty much it. Now we have 2 copies of Sky Iris. Pretty good field spell for this deck. It works really well with Magical Abductor as well. So I only play 2 copies of this, due to the fact that I also play 2 copies of Terraforming. I really like the combination of 2 and 2, because Terraforming is another spell card and Magical Abductor gains another counter, so that's pretty much it. I'm also playing the 1 copy of Upstart Goblin. it makes your decks 39 cards, and it's a free counter for Abductor. That's actually the only reason I'm playing Upstart. We also have the one copy of Foolish Burial. You can pretty much mill your tuner monsters and use them for a synchro summon, or send any one of your odd dice or magician cards from your deck to graveyard to recycle them with Oath Dragon. So you have to play Foolish Burial. And for the last spell card we have one copy of Raigeki, pretty much self-explanatory. And for our traps, I have the one copy of Solemn Warning, in my opinion the best counter trap and trap in general at the time of this video, and one copy of Multispectre Tempest. This is pretty much a searchable Solemn Strike, and I really like the combination with QB, so I ran this card in my deck. So moving on to the extra deck, I'm playing one copy of Absolute. He's your main rank 7 XYZ you're about to summon. If you want to play two copies, you can do so, but I recently cut the second one to play some other generic XYZ, so it's up to personal preference. For the rest of the rank 7, I'm playing one copy of Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon and one copy of Big Eye. I believe that these two are the best rank 7 generic monsters in the deck, in the game right now, so these are my choices. For the rank 6 XYZ, I'm playing the one copy of Norito, the Moral Leader, and one copy of number 39, Utopia Beyond. This is for OTKing. It pretty much works really well with your Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. If your opponent just has an attack position master and you have him and your Odd Eyes, you can make that master attack 0. Odd Eyes attacks for 5,000, and this guy attacks for game. Also, Norito can be easily summoned in this deck with your Oath Dragon as well as with your Multispectre Unicorn Kirin, and spell and trap negation is pretty important, so I've selected these two guys. Now for the rank 4, I'm playing one copy of Castel and one copy of Abyss Dweller. Dweller isn't here for the first turn play. You pretty much don't have a very good first turn play, so Dweller pretty much is a good option, and Castel is the best generic rank 4 at this time. I'm also playing one copy of Magister Paladin, the Ascending Draco Slayer, and one copy of Performage Trapeze Magician. So your entire monster lineup that is level 4 is also Spellcaster, so you can summon Magister to search any of your Pendulum cards in your end phase, and you can use Trapeze Magician to OTK your opponent right there. So I really like these two cards. Moving on to the synchros, I'm playing one copy of Trisula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. You can make this with one of your tuners and two level 4 monsters, or just with another weird combination. It gives you a lot of advantage, so I decided to use it. And for the level 8, I'm playing the one Void Ogre Dragon to summon with my Tuning Magician. As I said, spell and trap negation is very good, and I'm also playing the one Ignis Prominence, the Blasting Draco Slayer. In any Pendulum deck, this card can be proven really useful. And for the rest of my masters, I'm playing two copies of Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. Pretty good card to summon with your Noble Dragon Magician. It allows you to go to some amazing place, and you have to use at least twice of this card, because you can easily make it, and it's pretty much your material from the extra deck if you ever happen to activate your Odd Eyes Fusion and with the second effect. I'm also playing the one copy of Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon, a really amazing card. If you summon it at the correct time, you just win the duel from there, and that's pretty much it. Now, for the side deck, it's always up to personal preference as well as to what cards are available to you. I'm playing one copy of Fog King to shut down all of the Monarch players out there. you just tribute summon him. You can always pendulum summon him, but you can tribute summon him by tributing, let's say, a no dice, and you have a 25 bit stick that none of the basic monarchs can defeat, and your opponent cannot play. I'm playing the third Kirin. I'm playing one Max C, since I could not main deck it. Now for the BA matchup, I'm playing 3 copies of Flying C. It pretty much shuts them down. For Spell and Trap Distraction, I'm playing 2 copies of MST. I really prefer this card over Twin Twisters because you don't have very much recovery, and I don't like discarding cards for such generic effect. So I believe MST is better to play. Now for the Cosmo matchup, I'm playing one System Down. And for the rest of the cards, I'm playing 1 copy of Vanity's Emptiness. Pretty good card. It doesn't affect you at all because you can use your Sky Iris to pop it and then get your free search. So you could always main the Vanity's Emptiness, but that's up to you. I'm playing 3 copies of Imperial Iron Wall. Works really well with the Cosmo matchup, as well with the Monarch matchup, because they banish a lot of cards to get some advantage, and you don't get hurt at all using this card. I'm also playing the 1 copy of Chaos Trap Hole. In the right matchup, this card can be proven lethal. And the 1 copy of Debunk for the, let's say, Mermail matchup. So that's it. That's it for today's deck profile. Now guys, please be sure to tell me your opinion about this deck down in the comments below, as well as tell me whatever you would like to see next. And if you don't have any other requests, the next video I'm about to upload will be a profile of my number collection. So please stay tuned for that. This is Little D signing out.